my friends, welcome to day number 10 of our Stretching for Flexibility Challenge. Glad you're here. Today we're going to be stretching chest, upper back, and lats. You will need a foam roller. Some people have these, I don't remember what they're called, but these huge circle, I don't remember what they're called, rings that are very hard. You can use that. You could use a couple, 3 rolled up towels that you can lay on, because what we're going to be doing is opening up through our chest. So you're going to want it to be long enough that it supports your tailbone and your head, because you want your spine to remain in neutral alignment. You could do some pillows to help you be able to arch and open up through your chest. So go ahead and grab that. A small foam roller will not, because there's some foam rollers that are like this long. Those don't work as well, because you really want to make sure that your head is supported and you don't want to be in a huge amount. I mean, if you're really good and you have some lower back mobility as well as strong glutes, and you can hold your hips up to keep your spine in a neutral alignment, then that foam roller would work. But I really want to make sure that your head is supported, because you don't want to have to be working your head while you're trying to open up through your chest. So go ahead and get that set up, because we're going to be on the floor. Your bed might work. I doubt it. You might sink too much and then you won't be able to get the stretch that you need for your chest. Go ahead, get that set up, and we'll do a warm up. So if you need to pause the video, go ahead. But let's start with that warm up. We're just going to do a little chest opener here. I like to add quads. You don't have to. You can just be here if you want. Please pull your belly button into your spine here. So how do you feel after those neck and shoulder stretches yesterday, huh? Woo! Those were effective, weren't they? Great. And now we're going to go a punch across, stretch through that upper back here just a little bit. And oh, that feels good. 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to reach over. We're going to get some lat stretch here. I want you to reach just a little bit to like a 1 o'clock and an 11 o'clock position to get through, start warming up through those lats. Great. But pull that belly button to your spine, please. Protect that lower back while you're doing this tiny little lean forward. Great. And okay. Woohoo. Ah, wow, my biceps are sore today. One more. Just for your shoulders, because we'll be doing a big chest opener today. You're going to do some overhead shoulder stuff with that to stretch in a different part of your chest. So that's why we're doing this one. Other direction. Good. And I want to hear your success stories. Put them in the comments so I know how you're feeling. If you're noticing any difference with all this consistent stretching you're doing. Okay, that's it for the warm up. We're going to go onto the floor with your pile of pillows. And you want it to be, just so you know, you want a smaller pillow, so that if it's covering your whole back, you may not get as deep of a stretch as you can. So that's why rolled up towels, or if you roll up your clean bed sheets or something like that, so that you can get a little bit deeper stretch in case you don't have a foam roller. Okay, let's go onto the floor. And you are completely supported on your roll, whatever that could be, your foam roller, pillows, whatever. Palms are going to face up. Your shoulders are relaxed. And now, just being in this position, you might feel a big stretch already, depending on where you're tight. But the goal is to do a carpet angel. So you're going to take, starting from down by your hips, you're going to take your arms overhead. So your palms are still facing up. The back of your hands are on the floor, relaxing into that. So this is going to be a nice big stretch through the whole pectoralis area. If you are here, down, your hands are down by your hips. So by the way, we're going to be doing 2 minutes of this stretch, because there's so many different areas that we can stretch, right? So if your hands are down by your hips and you're like, oh, nothing, this is nothing. But then when you start going into that snow angel and you feel tightness and you're like, whoa, hang out there in that spot that's really tight. Okay. And let settle into that stretch. And then try going a little bit higher. If you struggle with getting those hands all the way overhead, like for example, if your arms are out in a T and they won't go any higher, you're not alone. There's a lot of other people who struggle with that range of motion right there. It's your pectoralis that are way too tight, your frontal delt, and then some neck. So some of the muscle stretches we did yesterday will help with that. You would also be well served. Okay, so that's 1 minute. We're going to do 1 more minute. So just hanging out in spots where you need that stretch. You will also be well served if you have a massage gun and you can work on those areas, your upper trapezius area, frontal delt, back of the shoulder. All of those areas can affect you not being able to go overhead. So once you start consistently working on those areas, you'll be able to go from hips to overhead, no problem. It's just about being consistent with it. So, and if you can do the whole range of motion and not be in any pain, then that's amazing. I mean, not pain, but feel a really good stretch. Great job. Tell me what you do for a living because I want to know how you cannot find any spots while you're doing this. Okay, you're doing great. Okay, so that was 2 minutes already. If you want to pause this workout and just hang out in this stretch longer, you totally can, because this, just so you know, people who have desk jobs, this and their shoulders are rounded, they have a lot of neck pain. This will help tremendously with counteracting all of the effects of having a desk job, okay, or driving a lot, doing too many push-ups. If you maybe do too many planks, you just finished our core strengthening challenge and you've done a lot of planks, this will help pull those shoulders back into proper alignment, okay? So if you need to pause the video, the workout, and stay here for a little bit longer, it won't hurt you, and you can come back into it when you're ready, okay? If you're like, nope, that hurt, I want to move on, that's fine too. So we're going to safely roll off your towels or your foam roller. We're done with that foam roller. So you can move your pile of towels or pillows or whatever it is out of the way. We're going to do one more chest opener, but it's from a prone position, so lying flat on the floor. You're going to extend your left arm out like in a T from your shoulder. Your palm is facing down, it's flat on the floor. Then your right hand, you're going to place your palm next to your shoulder on your right side, and you're just going to twist your right leg over your body. Plant that right foot on the floor, and then relax your left ear to the floor. So this is going to stretch through the front of the shoulder, but it's also a big chest opener too. Let me make sure. Yep, we have 40 seconds left. So this should not be painful. It should feel good. Sometimes people feel an upper back stretch in this one instead of a chest. And it is what it is, right? Shouldn't hurt though. So if you're so tight that this hurts, then stick with the foam roller for a bit. And here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Okay, now let's switch to that second side. So we're going to extend your left arm out. I'm sorry, your right arm out from your shoulder, right palm on the floor. Left hand is by your left shoulder. Then you're going to take your left foot over your body. Ready? Here we go. Just making sure we're in that good position. Big chest opener on the right side here. Doing good. And whew, again, if this is too much on that right shoulder, we're going to stick with the foam roller or your pile of pillows, whatever it was that you had, until this loosens up and relaxes a little bit, okay? Because you don't want to be causing a lot of pain. And you have 20 seconds left. It just goes to show you how if we don't stretch and keep these muscles opened up, when you do it, they're like, what are you doing to me? You're almost done. Here's 3, 2, and done. Cool. Good job. Let's move to the upper back and the lats. We're going to go start in a seated position. We did a stretch similar to this for your lower back on day 2, I think it was. Day 3, 4, I'm not sure. A little bit different now for your lats. Okay, sitting nice and tall. Extend that right leg. Cross left over right. We're going to start with a twist to the left to begin with. So sitting super tall. I mean, this could be glute, it could be lower back, but if you really focus on sitting tall and using your elbow to the your right elbow to the outside of your left knee, you're going to get a really good lat stretch on that right side. So really trying to, twist the shoulders so that you can get a stretch on that lat. But of course, if your glutes are tight, if your lower back is tight, you're going to feel the stretch there too. But we're really trying to focus on that upper back today. So pulling, you could even be underneath that right shoulder blade that you're feeling a good stretch. We're almost done here. We're 7, wait, 5, 4, 3, 2, take a little break. So before you untwist those legs, we're going to keep the right leg where it is, keep the left foot where it is, but now we're going to twist to the right. Okay, so I want you to try to plant best you can, depending on your mobility. You can either plant to your hands on the floor, or if you want to take your forearms to the floor. This is a thoracic stretch, so across between those shoulder blades. If you want to drop your chin to your chest and get an even deeper stretch that way, you can. This is a big middle of the back stretch here. Good. Some people even like to try to get their forearm to or forehead to the floor. That's up to you. You go through that range of motion and see how it feels. But it should feel good. Here's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Okay, cool. Now we get to switch sides. So straightening the left leg, cross the right over the left. I'm going to sit tall, and now we're going to twist to the right. So out the left elbow goes to the outside of that right knee, nice and tall. You might feel glute stretch on the right side. You might feel lower back, but I want you to really focus on that left shoulder area and down the left side, okay? So really tall, big twist. Huh. Whew. Your spine's thanking you, hopefully, for moving it in a different direction than just straight up and down. That little twist is good for your spine. You have 20 seconds left. Good job, good job. So here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Okay, we're gonna come out of that, keeping the legs where they are. I'm gonna twist this direction though for you. And now you're going to take your hands to the left. So you can either be here, because that's a big enough stretch for you, like just your hands supporting you as you lean over, or if you want to go forearms, you can do that too. If you want to try to take your forehead to the floor, you can, but it's not about rolling on your hip. It's about your chin going to your chest and going that way. Okay. So it can be hands, it can be forearms. You have 15. Now here's 15 seconds left. It should feel good through the thoracic area. So the shoulder blades, maybe a little bit lower, and you're done. Great. How'd you like that one? It was nice, huh? Let's work on some more lats. We're going to go to a child's pose. Get those lats in 2 different ways here, and then we will be done. So first, we're going to start with our hips on our heels. We're going to reach to the right. So walk your hands to the left. Anchor your right wrist with your left hand. Okay? And then you're going to shift your weight to the right, lifting your right shoulder just a little bit, and it's going to be a big stretch through your lat. It could be into your armpit. It could be underneath that right shoulder blade, but I really want you to focus on trying to feel the big muscle that's your lat right here on your right side, okay? So keep going. The more you anchor that right hand and shift your weight to the right, the deeper the stretch you'll experience. So you have 20 seconds left. Lift in that right shoulder will get into your lat. Almost done. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Okay, cool. Now we get to go and get that left lat. So in that child's pose, go this direction. Walking the hands to the right. Anchor your left wrist with your right hand. So really anchor it and then shift your weight to the left, like your hips to the left, and then lift that left shoulder to get a big stretch down that left side, especially through your lat, because those lats do a lot of work in trying to help support your neck in your lifestyle. When your chest is too tight, when your chest is too tight, it forces those lats to become extra tight to try to help your body stay in a neutral alignment, because those lats are trying to pull your chest back and your neck back down, and they just get overworked. So that's why it's good to stretch them. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Okay. Woohoo. One more for your lats. I forgot, we have 2 more for your lats. So we're going to go back into that child's pose again. But what I want you to do, we're going to focus on your left side right now. So reach your left elbow as high above you as you can. Then you're going to let your left elbow or left hand grab your head, and then you're going to shift your weight to the left. Okay? This is going to be a little bit higher up in that lat. We're just doing a minute here. If you want to be in a high child's pose and do it, you'll get a deeper stretch so your heels are off, or your hips are off your heels. And then you do that little stretch to the left. So this is going to be a little bit higher in that lat. Some people experience massive tricep stretch here. If your triceps are really tight or you've done a big tricep workout, then you'll probably feel it more in your triceps than in your lat and your teres major and minor. And that's just part of the game, but you are getting a good stretch in that teres major and minor. So, and that a little bit more in that lat, especially if you're shifting your weight to the left a lot. So here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, take a break. Okay, now we gotta switch that right side. So let me go this way. Make sure you can see better. Okay, reaching that left elbow overhead as high as you can get it. Let your right hand grab your head, and then you're gonna shift your weight to the right, holding there for a minute. Hopefully it's feeling good. You can be in a regular child's pose and doing this, or if you want to do a high child's pose and feel the difference, you can, where your hips are off your heels. But if you really anchor that elbow and shift your weight to the right, you'll get a good lat stretch, but it also is, it's from the shoulder all the way down there. You have 20 seconds left. And here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, done. Cool. Okay, now we have one stretch left. All right, we're gonna go to a high child's pose. So that means your hips are not on your heels. You're gonna take your hands as high up overhead as you can, taking your forehead to the floor. Okay, and now what you're going to do is rotate your elbows into the floor. So you're going to pull your shoulders away, like round your shoulders, like you're opening up your shoulder blades, like butterfly wings almost, letting those wings out. If it helps to bring your thumbs to the ceiling to get those elbows to rotate down, you can. And this is going to be a big stretch through your lats as well as your rhomboids and traps. So big stretch here across the shoulder blade area. And if you're really rotating those thumbs up or even out, it can get into your lats too. Almost done. Hopefully it doesn't hurt your too much on the shoulder joint though. You're almost done. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Okay. Whew. Great job. Wowzers, right? So make a note because you might have noticed like, whoa, that's a big stretch. Write that down. Keep doing that stretch, even if it's 10 seconds a day, because we have our test coming up in just 4 more days to see if your mobility has improved at all. Okay. So I hope you have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow for day 11. We're going to be doing the same muscle groups, but from a seated and standing position. So I'll see you tomorrow.